So I'm just gonna record and kind of see how this goes as I kind of show things. But ironically, I spent the first part of the day sitting in the kitchen talking to my mom before I went out. We did go to church, so that was a little different. But now I'm here in the town. The one thing I noticed is that there are power lines, but I'm not gonna walk on the power lines. But they're not prevalent. But anyway, here's a park. They do like things here. The summer like parties and stuff, like the 4th of July, and it's very much like that kind of a thing. Like this is just a cool place, and there's little kids playing in the playground now, so I'm a little creepy if I am recording that. But yeah, this is kind of the abandoned street, and then there's like the public library here. It's not a terrible place like in the Night Vales, and I don't go there, break in. There's this old awesome clock tower that they rebuilt in recent years. It was like a big citywide funding project to rebuild that because it was like stuff people remember when they were kids. And then there's like the post office. It's a pretty cool like small town America type town. Anyway, I'm gonna record the street here as I go. There's the old thrift store stop and the bank. Like I said, it's kind of this way. There's the clock tower. I'll go that way eventually, but if I go this way, it's like you go up the hill to the church. So I'm gonna keep doing that basically right now. This building, if I remember right, is an old. There was a mining museum in there, but I don't know if it's still there, because that's the other thing about this town is it's all based on mining. It was built, all the miners around here, and there's I think even some places, some of the little towns have murals. Not this town specifically, but I was in when I was a kid, did like this field trip society. It was like the historical society, I think, did it, where you went around and like visited the old mines and people told stories and stuff. So I mean, in that way, that's like none of the similarities I draw. This bar has an open door. Right here there's like a pizza place. It's like the only pizza in town, and they like have really good food. And it's just kind of funny because it's just like this little local thing. But yeah, I'm gonna go over here and go up the church hill, and then take a video around the church area now. Experience where I was just walked by these people setting up a yard sale, and they told me I could just take books. So I got this book on astrology that I don't really care all that much about, but might be weird and interesting to check out. And I don't know, it just seems kind of fitting. This was the place where I used to get my hair cut growing up. I'm not sure why she, I guess, has a massage thing and like other stuff there now too. And then on this side is the church that I like went to my whole life, and I'll be crossing the street here to go across. Man, we got a huge sign. It's kind of crazy. I guess I mentioned it. Put this huge sign out front of their building. I guess they're getting fancy. But it's so weird here. I've been walking around and it's just so quiet. Anyway, this building is like an old, they call it the clubhouse. It's just this huge brick, like kind of pillar of the community type building that nobody uses for anything except the occasional show, like play or something, or children's after school program. And this is like the old dentist office where I used to get my dentist stuff done, but I think people just live there now. And yeah, the church that I went to my whole life, and where I went this morning, and it's just very churchy, and it's very up on a hill, and the town kind of continues in that direction, but I don't know that I'll go that way. There's like the elementary school, and there's like a graveyard and stuff. But it's just so quiet right now, and it's so weird because I'm used to being here. Yeah, this is a lot of what I grew up. So yeah, they put this bridge in after I had left the town already, so I've never really actually walked across this bridge before ever. There's a nice little stream here, river, and there's a boat launch. And I guess there's a dude over there, and I kind of feel bad for photographing him. But I was like gonna do this because it gets eventually up to the old junior high school where I went to school, and now is abandoned and closed. So I guess they turned this little area over here into a little park, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, I went to school at this place, and it's just kind of weird to me to think that that's all that's left of it. And I think there's some gates and some no trespassing signs, and you know, ran around this field and used to like run over to the river and try to hide in the woods during recess and stuff and see how far close to the little river you could get. It's just kind of weird to think, but I'm gonna basically do this and then go sneak over and see how much around I can get to the high school and break in and do the crimes, you know, in quotation marks. So I will be around more. So I'm in the slightly busier part of town. Here's the high school. I'm gonna go there in a minute. Apparently I couldn't walk that other way because they closed the road, and it's completely destroyed, and you can't do it no more, and it's really weird and sad and kind of dumb. I'm gonna cross this street really quick before people come. But like, this is also kind of like you're getting out towards the really sad part of town where not a whole lot happens. Like these businesses, apparently there's a little restaurant here. This, I don't remember this ever existing, but like this Subway was like a huge deal when we got that. It was like getting the Snack Falcon kind of thing. Like, oh my gosh, there's a Subway restaurant in our town, like this little tiny town. We've only had like the same couple restaurants our whole lives. And that place over there is kind of what I think of like the party barn kind of place. So it's all closed now, apparently for sale or lease. I'm gonna take a little walk up here around the high school and see if I can go check anything out there. So I'm at the high school. I had recorded a whole video of myself walking up here, but I came over here to check out. Apparently they just built these new tennis courts. They're pretty. We used to spend a lot of time here during gym class with my friends, just messing around, playing tennis. That's pretty interesting that they did that. They must have an after-school tennis program now, or well, during school, probably tennis program. But it's all interesting, and like turf and stuff. And I could go run around the football field, but I really don't want to. What I am going to do is try the door to the school and see if I can get inside. I mean, there's some people parked here in the parking lot, so there's probably people working to get it ready for school, so it's on a break. But maybe I can be like, oh yeah, I'm an alumni of this school, and I just wanted to, like you, kind of do some nostalgic stuff, and I'll check it out. You know, I've always forgot that field was McCormick Field because no one calls it that. It was just the high school field. But yeah, I'm kind of getting out here now. I'm gonna check out the school, because I mean, that's not something that really happened in the night in the woods, but you know, it's something that we're doing as part of our ongoing investigation into this town and all the things that I've done here in my life. So I'm just gonna keep on the line. This was something else new. They have these weird murals of like football players and stuff on these doors, and this big fancy sign of Model Towners, because that was our dumb school name, like team name, even though it has nothing to do. Again, that has a lot to do with the mining. Apparently this school was like a model town for the mining. But yeah, they've got these fancy metal doors now. Oh, big surprise, none of the doors open. Well, they even had like a card reader. Well, I'm not gonna try anymore because I mean, technically, me going, and there's a dead bird right there. That's wonderful. Technically, me going in there is very much breaking and entering, and apparently the area is monitored by security cameras, and I can get prosecuted and blah blah blah. I don't think they'll actually do that. Anyway, I'm just going to record. You get out here towards this end of town, and this little clothing store right here is about the closest thing I can think of to a ye old pickaxe, even though it's just basically a clothing store.
I think there was a hardware store in town too years ago, but I don't even remember where that is anymore. But yeah, this place is pretty much or the kind of place I would think it's just like the local, been in the family, this guy's family for years, and kids run it. Had a lot of wedding receptions and parties at the VFW Post Lounge, and you just kind of get out here. It's kind of like being towards the, you know, the wrong side of the tracks kind of part of this, and there's a car coming, so I had to run. There's not even really a sidewalk here. I'm just kind of walking on the side of the road, and there's like all these abandoned buildings. You know, where this fitness place is up here is actually the closest thing we have to an abandoned food donkey, because now that I think about it, that used to be a little hometown grocery store. So, you know, I was actually going to go to the other grocery store and be all like the heart of hometown since 1972, and I probably still will do that because I'm at least going that far in my walk, but this is kind of like that. It turned into an Anytime Fitness now, and that's just kind of so this building, that's a funeral home now. When I was a kid, there was a card shop in here, and when Pokemon first came out, that was a big thing. We played Pokemon. We bought Pokemon cards there at least, and that was what you did. You know, it's this kind of a thing. And there's dogs barking and cars, and this is the most dangerous corner in the entire town. But I must doing dumb things by walking through here on foot, but you know, it's kind of what we do because I want to show this. Yeah, this is the real heart of hometown since 1972. Larry's Bakery and Deli. It's pretty much, I mean, it's not, I don't think that will ever go out of business like the food donkey, but you know, it's just, it's basically what it is to me in that same kind of sense. And there's just all this other stuff here. There's like the one other thing, and I'm kind of thinking it might be sad and depressing because I have a sneaking suspicion. But basically, out this way, they put in some more stores. I think there's a lumber place that might have gone out of business. There's an old hotel that doesn't exist anymore. But yeah. So the one other reason I came here was because I wanted to show you what passes for the Click Clack Diner. And apparently, it's gone. This is the kind of thing that we're talking about here with small towns and things changing, and you come back. There was a diner here, and it had been here my whole life, and I had eaten there many times, you know, when things were people taking me here after school and different things like that. And I loved it, and it's just gone. And I mean, I saw that other little place, but it's just not even closed. It's just gone. And it's just, this is a blow. This is a major blow to me and to this town to see this. I mean, like I said, there's like a dentist office over there. She built like a bigger complex years ago, and there's the Dollar General, which wasn't there before. So, yay, we got a Snack Falcon or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is the heart of hometown since 1972. So that little depressing foray into the world of depressing, I'm kind of coming back to town. Slowly, there's a few other things I need to show. I've never been in this bar. It's just a bar. I don't know. But there's a place right down the road here that's basically like the only restaurant in town besides that diner for like years. When I was growing up, you had like, well, no, you had the pizza place, you had Rodney's, and I guess there's a bar that made good pizzas too. But then there was the diner, and there was this other restaurant down here that I never went to. But then there's this little sub sandwich shop, and Subway pretty much put them out of business when it came into town. Everybody was so excited to get a Subway because, you know, progress and modern restaurants and conveniences and stuff. But this place is just, and I guess it's a pizza place now, and I've never had their pizza, but it's just this little restaurant, and yeah, I guess they deliver great pizza 4 to 9, and they also have, says on the other side that you can't go wrong with, okay, I don't know if you saw that car, but that being focused on the road. No, there was like a pink Cadillac, or a thing that just went down the road here. But yeah, this place used to be Our Place Sub Sandwiches. When I was growing up, that was like one of my favorite places to eat, and it's not a thing anymore. Now it's Froby's Pizza. There's also this ice cream place over here, and you'll be able to see as I get closer, called the Yooper Scoop. I think I've already explained that people in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, the UP, are called Yoopers because we live in the UP. Yeah, haha. Now there's some people hanging out by the high school, so I really don't want to this is the weird thing is it's a small town, so I think people just kind of hang out in places. There's not much else to do. And that's why I was commenting earlier on how quiet it was here. Anyway, I was probably going to get some ice cream, but there's a couple other places I'll show. So, yeah, there's one other place at least, and I think I mean to do a little more introduction back when I get back to my car about stuff, because I just kind of feel guilty about how this all started off. I was just kind of like, but there's a place over here that is my childhood and everything. And there's an arcade here apparently, and I've never seen this, and I might have to check this out. There was like a pizza place and arcade here with this health and rehab services, but anyway, there's Video World, which is pretty much the last bastion of the old school video store, like in the style of, you know, like Blockbuster and all that. I mean, some of those chain, but small town video store. And also apparently they have this weird I Am Legend thing going on here. But little softball field. My brother played baseball. But I'm gonna go in here and see if they're open and probably rent a movie, because I like the guy that works here, and I like it's like, if this place ever goes away, this will be the most major blow in the world for me. So we'll do that.